and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, guys. It is Tuesday, right? Listen, when you don't really go out of the house much, you tend to forget what day of the week it is. I believe it's Tuesday. Good morning, guys. I hope you had a good day yesterday. I hope you had a good night's sleep. Rest is important. Have you been drinking water? Do you have your coffee? You know, I care about you and I just want to check in, make sure you're all right. Not a whole lot going on, but we got a couple things we can gab about. So, really looking forward to diving into it. I played some golf yesterday again. Good times. Had a great day. But this is honestly the best way to start your day. So tell your friends. Tell your friends. Also, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Yes, nerdy nonsense. Let's yell good morning to the chat. Remember, members get their good morning priority. They have priority good morning. Super chats get good morning priority. Always. And also, members get early access to pre-recorded. Here, Vader, why don't you come a little closer? I feel like he's more a part of the show now. So we'll just have to bring him closer. So just to remind you guys who don't know, members get early access to videos like several days, possibly a week. Several day early access to pre-recorded videos. Thursday, day after tomorrow, marks our first members-only live stream watch parties. We're watching Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and live chatting along. So, very excited for that. I haven't watched that series in years. I love cheesy. I love cheesy 90s sci-fi fantasy. I love it so much. It's like a warm blanket, isn't it, Vader? Isn't it? You know, he really shows how very short I am. Let's yell good morning to everyone. Yes. First and foremost, good morning, Lieutenant Penny. Good morning. Oops. See, I'm going to have to replace that. Good morning, Ensign Deranged Lunatic. I love that he uses the emojis. Good morning, Omare. Just finished watching the film Misery. Don't want Kathy Bates to ever be my number one fan. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'd like her to try and smash my right ankle first, though. Joke's on you, Kathy. Yeah. Great book, though. Great book. Probably one of the last great ones that Stephen King wrote. Kind of went off the deep end. Good morning, Scuttlebutt Podcast, the Podfather. There are so many bots on Kick, I swear to God. Good morning, Lieutenant Stackhouse. The 90s was an amazing decade. Good morning. It was. It really was. Some of my finest memories. That's when I met Dave. That's when I had my first amputation. Had my leg lengthened. I had my first child. A lot of crazy stuff happened in the 90s. A lot of crazy stuff. 10-year gap. So a lot of things can go on. A lot of things. Spawn. You got Spawn in the same decade as the Star Wars Special Editions. Yeah. But you also got I think, was it the first Matrix in 1999? Am I wrong on that? You also got the first X-Men movie. Was that no? That wasn't. That was in 2000. Was it? I'm so confused. I get 99 and 2000 mixed up in my head because why? I'm 45 years old. That's why. I'm old. I'm old. I mean, you do think better on your feet, I've been told and discovered, but not me. Not like all the way and stuff. All right, guys, let's drop the spoopy music and we will move on. Oh yeah, you got Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. You got all of those in the 90s. Oh, you also got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer started in the 90s. That definitely needs to be on our list. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat, Miss Penny. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen, I was in tears this morning, and I mean absolute tears, trying to understand how YouTube and AdSense does their payout stuff. I don't understand it. Like, I look one day and it says I have this much, and then I wake up the next day and it's like $30-something less, and then I go to the other thing and it says I have a payout of $0, but my bank account reflects nothing, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this. I'm not smart enough. And your articles on your support pages read like stereo instructions for people with PhDs in stereo instructions. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But thank you, Penny. I appreciate it. That is $5 closer to getting paid by YouTube. I appreciate it. You have no idea. No idea. Oh my gosh. This is like, thank you. Thank you very much. Whew. Oh my God. What a morning it's already been. Seriously. You have no idea. All right, guys, let's dive into some headlines before we chew the fat on our main topic for the day. Yes. Okay. So we've got an article from trekmovie.com about Starfleet Academy, and I have very low expectations for Starfleet Academy, and I'm very sad that I have such low expectations for Starfleet Academy because I am a big Trekker. I do love Star Trek. In fact, where's my best friend badge? I have a Starfleet Delta badge, a comm badge that Ro from Scare of Scuttlebutt podcast sent me. Oh, I need to turn my fan on because I'm old and hot. Like temperature wise, not looks wise. Anyway, I'm a huge Trek fan. And I love new Trek content. Really, really do. Do I have any moderators in the chat? Can we get rid of those bots? I don't know if I may have to actually like open Kick to handle that myself. But I've not heard good things about Starfleet Academy. Really cheesy stuff, really just lore breaking. Sean Stackhouse says, Lieutenant Stackhouse says, for me, Star Trek TV hasn't been watchable since Enterprise. That is a bold statement. Did you not watch Star Trek Picard Season 3? Have I not sung its praises enough? I feel like I should just do door knocking at this point. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to tell you about the good word of here. I feel like I need a pamphlet or something. Like I need a prop. I'm here to tell you about the good news of Star Trek Picard Season 3. Mwah. Mwah. So good. So good. My knee just popped and it's like, ugh. So good. I did watch Season 3, but that was very much an anomaly. Okay, but you agree. Mwah. So good. So good. So good. I hate STD, Star Trek Discovery. I just cannot stand it. And even though I've interviewed Dave Blass and Neville Page, I told them both, didn't care for it. Didn't care for it. I love your work on it. Your artwork is phenomenal. However, I'm going to quote the love of my life, Mr. Dave, and he says that show feels like it's on the verge of tears all the time. And that's Star Trek Discovery for me, STD. And I know they all call it disco, but I think it's to avoid the fact that its initials, like we call everything else, DS9, TNG, TOS, ENT, STD. You did it to yourself, okay? You did it to yourself. Anywho, I like Strange New Worlds until that last season, too. That last season was like, what are you doing? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Was loving this. Was absolutely loving this. Where did you go? Do you need to bring Bo DeMaio back to Strange New Worlds too? Like, what the F? What the F? So, I'm hearing crazy things about Starfleet Academy. And the first thing is this lady right here that you're seeing in the thumbnail. She is a female Jem'Hadar, which is wild. Bit of a lore break. We'll have to find the explanation. We really will. Because up until this point, all the Jem'Hadar were male. They were genetically engineered species by the Vorta, who were a genetically engineered species by the Changelings, the founders, the Dominion. This little chain of genetic engineering events. So they were all just kind of like these slave races, and the Jem'Hadar were created to be genetically addicted to this drug called Ketracel White, basically meth, and that's how the Vorta kept control of the Jem'Hadar. As far as we knew, they were sterile. They had no way to reproduce because they were all male. And yet here we have our first Jem'Hadar female character. Sean Stackhouse, do you want a complete reboot that starts with the original characters or a new adventure with Trek lore? A new adventure within Trek lore, please, and thank you. No reboots in Star Trek. I will write such a Karen letter. I will send stale fruitcake and other violence as well. Okay? Stale fruitcake is violence. Do not misunderstand. And a Karen letter can get very nasty. Okay? I will write such a letter. No reboots in Star Trek. No. You need a new thing. And that new thing needs to be Star Trek Legacy with Jerry Ryan as Captain 7 of 9, with Jean-Luc Picard and Beverly Crusher's son. And there you go. At the helm of the Enterprise. That's what you need. Star Trek and Legacy. That's what you need to do. Good morning, Lieutenant Loki Jarson. He says Star Wars is still in a better place in the public eye than Trek, which says a lot about how far Star Trek has fallen. Even Loki he agrees with me on this. Oh my God, but I like stale fruitcake, says Sean Stackhouse. Well, can't threaten you with a good time. So, anywho, here we have a female Jem'Hadar, which again breaks lore. Good morning, Ensign Backyard TARDIS. because for those who don't know and just came in, Jem'Hadar were a genetically engineered species who were all male and sterile. Here we have a female Jem'Hadar, but we're also told she is half Jem'Hadar, half Klingon. So, really gonna need the 411 on that. Did they after the Dominion War ended, did they free all the Jem'Hadar and be like, hey, do you guys want to reproduce? Do you want some ladies? Huh? You want some ladies? Some ladies? And make that happen? Did they Jurassic Park the Jem'Hadar? I'm so curious. I have so many questions. And then a Klingon was like, sup? How you doing? I mean, really, they are the Klingons of the Gamma Quadrant. So a Klingon and a Jem'Hadar, like brown chicken, brown cow, really makes sense. But a Jem'Hadar dude hooking up with a Klingon woman doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to produce a child, considering, as I said, they were supposedly sterile. So a lot of questions that need answered just from this one image. Just this one image. It goes on. Star Trek Starfleet Academy is the next new Trek show for Paramount Plus. The first season wrapped production in February, and over the summer, Paramount Plus announced plans to premiere the series in early 2026. And now we might have a clue on when that could be, thanks to an inadvertent social media post. January. One of the more talked about new characters of the show is Commander Lura Thok, a Klingon Jem'Hadar hybrid who is cadet master of the Academy and first officer of the USS Athena, which is integrated into the Academy. Thok is played by British actress and comedian Gina Yashir. Production on the second season began in August. Wow, they're already in production on the second season, and the first season hasn't even dropped. I'm telling you, first of all, the work ethic on this show so far, from what we've heard, finishing the first season, going straight into the second, that is classic Trek. That's what all shows should do. Okay, honestly, no one has ever been able to match the work ethic of Star Trek. Wow. Began in August, and this morning, Yashir shared a post on Instagram praising the team behind the camera with the message, the prosthetic department at Star Trek are a bunch of geniuses, and the costume department make my breasts look amazing. That is all. She also signed off her message with "See you in January 2026. After this got noticed online, including comicbook.com, Yashir edited her message to the PR-approved early 2026. With just 2 seasons of Star Trek TV for 2026, a January launch would be earlier than expected. Strange New Worlds also has a 10-episode season presumably coming in 2026, but Paramount Plus has not yet set a date for it either. Last season did not do well for Strange New Worlds. Filming on that season wrapped in July, with the 5th and final season of Strange New Worlds starting production last month in Toronto. Expect news this weekend at New York Comic Con. It could be that Yashir was mistaken or just guessing, but it's possible she jumped the gun on an expected announcement coming this weekend. We will likely get a definitive answer on Saturday at the Star Trek Universe panel at New York Comic Con. Paramount is bringing Academy stars Holly Hunter, Sandra Rosta, Kareem Diane, it's got an accent. Carice Brooks, George Hawkins, Bella Shepherd, Zoe Steiner, and Paul Giamatti to the big event, joined by co-showrunners Alex Kurtzman and Noga Landau. Paramount Plus is making a big push for Starfleet Academy at New York Comic-Con, including the Starfleet Academy Interactive Experience on the exhibition floor booth 1723 for those who are able to attend. Attendees will be able to step into the role of a cadet in training and tackle various hands-on challenges that put their skills to the test. You can even get a personalized Academy ID badge to track progress along with exclusive Star Trek Starfleet Academy giveaways. That's effing cool. I want. The panel, thank you for that ad. The panel is split to also feature Strange New World stars and producers, so expect news on that show as well. Trek Movie will be at the event and will report on the big announcements, what gets said. So, Alex Kurtzman most definitely hates Star Trek. He has to. Because look what he does to it. Like, actually doesn't like the... I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. Buenos dias, Fernando! Good morning, my good sir. Good morning. Have we watched the teaser? Do we want to watch the teaser? Let's watch the teaser. Let me remove that. Let's see if I can pull it up. You know how much I suck at this. No one told my daughter I stole her lip liner today. It's not my content. I am simply reviewing the teaser for Starfleet Academy. I'm Captain Nala. Okay. I will say this. With the exception of STD, for me, I think Star Trek is amazing at nailing cinematography. Just beautiful, beautiful spacescapes, beautiful lands, everything. Back in the day, it was just all paintings. My God, just incredible artists. Incredible. The most impeccable artists have always worked on Star Trek. I will absolutely say that. Disco, STD, Star Trek Discovery, just was so monotone to me. Just so monotone. I didn't care for it whatsoever. On the verge of tears. On the verge of tears. Okay.
Chancellor of Starfleet Academy.
Very curious about Holly Hunter.
We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco.
Okay.
After more than 120 years.
Oh, so this is all in the future? This is all in the Star Trek Discovery era. Boo.
Some of you are here for your families.
Boo.
Some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the brightest from across the galaxy.
Look. I don't like that Klingon. Is it just me? Or do his ridges just look too clean and plastic? That just does not look Klingon to me. Have we watched this? Have we, Fernando? Oh my God.
A tapestry that is Starfleet.
All the lens flares.
The skills.
Tom Paris. Janice Rand. She's okay. Yeoman Rand is one of the reasons why I got into hair. That basket weave beehive she had. Tasha Yar. Spock. Drake. Wesley Crusher. Are these people that have died? So confused.
That shaped our greatest officers.
I do not like that thing on.
More of yourself.
I do not like that Klingon. He just looks too smooth. It's way too smooth. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like them.
Neville didn't do that. There's no way.
Thing you knew you had.
Too many lens flares. Come on.
Whatever challenges came for today.
I don't think
led you to this moment.
What was that? What was that? Give it back. The fate, confronting the unexplainable. The fate of Benjamin Sisko, emissary of the prophets. You bring him back. That's what I want. You want to save Star Trek? Bring back Captain Sisko.
You here now. You weave together the future.
I like Tignataro.
And seek. Explore. Boldly go where no one has gone before. It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
I'm so stressed out now. I don't remember watching this before. Maybe vaguely. I feel nauseous. I don't like the prosthetics. It's too plastic. It's too fake looking. There's no realism. Klingons are supposed to look rugged. They're supposed to look rugged. Rugged ridges. Rugged ridges. And it's not. It's plastic looking. I don't like it. I don't like it. And the Jemadar chick, I've got reservations. And it's very J.J. Abrams lens flare Star Trek Discovery. It's just given me indigestion. I want to move on from this. It has stressed me out so bad. Good morning, Jalen. I'm stressed out over Starfleet Academy. Mm-hmm. So stressed out. So stressed out. It does not look good. It may be out in January of 2026. I will, of course, reserve my final judgment for when I actually see product. But yeah, am I a little cockeyed? Do I look like I'm cockeyed? Let me know. Anywho, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Starfleet Academy, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on to another topic. As always, Sean, Lieutenant Stackhouse says, visually, it looks better than Star Trek Discovery, but nah, no hype at all. Yeah, they've pretty much removed any hype I could have had for it. It's gone. I know they're wanting to, and one of the goals of everything is to bring in new fans. You want to constantly bring in new people, new fans. But it's like they've forgotten that the thing that made it great was the thing they were always doing. It wasn't broke. Why are you fixing it? There's nothing to fix. So, Kurtzman, I blame Alex Kurtzman. He sucks. Nicholas Holt.
I'm so sorry to tell you that I won't be able to join you this time.
Is not coming to New York Comic Con. He had knee surgery and cannot walk right now. Relatable. Backyard Tarta says, I'm not worried about it because I'm not going to watch it. Dom Riley says, but they never bring in new fans. They just lose the old ones. Good morning, Dom. And so Nicholas Hoult was supposed to go to New York Comic Con, talk Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Peacemaker, DCU stuff. And he had knee surgery and now can't walk. I get it, bro. And he posted this.
New York Comic Con. I'm so sorry to tell you that I won't be able to join you this time. Unfortunately, I had knee surgery a couple of weeks ago and I can't walk or fly yet. So I'm not going to be able to make it. I was really looking forward to it, so I'm sorry. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and hopefully I'll be joining you in the near future and get to see you all soon. Bye.
So I wonder what happened. Cartilage issues, ACL. Sean Stackhouse, next gen was able to bring in new fans while respecting the OG fans. That's why is it so hard in 2025? Because the Rick Berman era is over. That's why. Is he a natural blonde or is this a choice? I think he had to do it for a film. Good morning, Omari. Lex can always build himself up an exoskeleton suit. He could, and there are wheelchairs. Ask me how I know. It could be something else and they could be lying. So there you have that. Lying. So I don't know what the context is. And I'm going to skip that because I don't. I'm going to skip down to this. This comes from, because I have one. I've had multiple in my life. And I've had to use it way too much. Most of last year, actually. And the year before that. And the year before that. Sean Stackhouse, I want to see a comic accurate power suit for Lex. The Prometheus suit. I better see some Prometheus suit. Purple and green Prometheus suit in Man of Tomorrow. Okay, so this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And this is a little concerning. Oh my. Oh my. Wait till you see this. I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to remove this. Okay. Are you ready? I pull up that article. Okay. This is what it shows me. They removed the article. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So according to them before they removed the article, James Gunn will reportedly no longer have a focus on Batman in his DCU and will instead... Never mind. Never mind. We're not even talking about that anymore. Look at this. Look how it's spelled. This is what I get for reading things without my glasses on. Yeah, it was a lie. Because look. Wrong one. Whoops. I'm going to block them so I don't fall for that shit again. I feel dumb. I wonder how many people they get with that stuff. My bad. Oh, God. Yeah, I got. I own it. I own it. That's okay. We can move on to this. They are, and they get really creative with their name. So, my bad. I have my glasses on this time, so I kind of... I'm the worst. All right, guys. Peacemaker ratings are tanking. James Gunn's DC experiment is losing viewers and respect. Jalen says, plenty that got a YouTuber I listened to yesterday about Tim being in Superman 2. Who being in Superman 2? Who? Tim Drake? Okay. So, it's no secret that Peacemaker Season 2 is not doing as well as Peacemaker Season 1 because it's not as good. It's pretty boring in comparison. I'm just going to be honest. Oh, Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows. It would be dope if Fleury was. Langston Fleury. You've got the thing. You've got the gif. I call bullcrap on views. I think the first few episodes did very well views-wise, but after the action just wasn't there, it started dropping off. And you're right, Jalen. Studios keep their exact numbers pretty locked down. Those are like super top secret. And we're going to get into it in this article. They've got some numbers here, and we're going to get into it. But you don't have to be a genius analyst to figure out that not as many people are watching and that they're not continuing to watch. The burn is way too slow. Not enough is being paid off this season. You can tell that he was burnt out when he wrote it. Just like he said, he volunteered the information. I just got done writing Superman. I was doing all this other stuff for the studio. I was on vacation. I didn't really want to write it. I didn't want to do it. And I just went ahead and did it. They do. They have Nielsen numbers right here. We're going to use them. So, exactly. I like Peacemaker Season 2 also, but I agree it has been underwhelming. It's been nowhere near the level of quality that Peacemaker Season 1 was. By any means. By any means. So let's dive into this article and check out the Nielsen's. Because the Nielsen's, the studios can't hide those. That's third party. They can't hide those. So, James Gunn might be calling fans racists, and he did. But it turns out audiences are calling him something else entirely. Irrelevant. The new season of Peacemaker, once hailed as the bridge to Gunn's new DC universe, is flopping hard in the ratings, and that's not even charting on streaming. Peacemaker is nowhere to be found on Nielsen. According to multiple reports, including data compiled by Nielsen and Samba TV, Peacemaker Season 2 is a non-factor on the streaming charts. The show hasn't cracked Nielsen's top 10, and as comicbook.news notes, not a single episode has shown up since it debuted. Right now, the number one show on Nielsen, and I'm just going to take this down and show you the Nielsen report because it's right here. Here it is. Number one is Wednesday. Number 2, My Life with the Walter Boys. Don't even know what that is. Number 3, The Summer I Turned Pretty, which sounds awful, and my daughter loves it. Number 4, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf. Number 5, Katrina, Come Hell and High Water. Number 6, Miss Rachel. Number 7, The Great British Baking Show. Number 8, NCIS Tony and Ziva. Number 9, Alien Earth. Sorry, Dom. Number 10, The Paper. No Peacemaker. Not in the top 10. And that is the Nielsen's for September 1st through the 7th. Wait, when did it come out? When did it come out? I don't remember. I've never seen Tony and Ziva. I don't really watch that stuff, so I don't know. Sean Stackhouse, he should have started with characters that even some comic readers don't know. That's just a stupid business move, and I blame Zaslav for going along with it. The problem is that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter because he did so well with Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a lot of people who didn't know about Guardians of the Galaxy before that film came out. You have to make people care about the characters. Season 1 of Peacemaker was amazing. It was fantastic. I've watched it so many times. I know it by heart. You have to make people care. That is the trick. Thank you. Thank you, Jalen. August 28th. Even the first episode didn't crack the Nielsen's. And that is a problem. That is a problem. And I think a lot of that has to do with the incredibly slow burn without payoff. Like, I don't understand. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to get it removed. Dom, why didn't he just make Peacemaker Elseworlds? Who knows why Mad Men do what they do? Quoted Peacemaker, talking about Peacemaker. Let's finish this article. Even Samba TV, which tracks viewership across millions of smart TVs, that's scary, shows the series slipping fast, falling to number 16 among original streaming shows by episode 4. Ooh. So here's your Samba. Well, what kind of payoff? Well, let's see. I mean, honestly, they haven't really built up much other than who made the quantum unfolding chamber. They did pay off, what universe it is. So there was that. But they weren't really... It's almost like the first few episodes were kind of a not as funny comic book Seinfeld. Do you know what I mean? Like, Seinfeld was a show about nothing. There wasn't a real driving plot or antagonist other than, James Gunn himself saying it was Chris himself. But now, like, what's going on? What is there? It's just too messy. It's so messy that my brain is having a hard time putting my finger on what exactly it is that it's missing. Like, the first one felt so cohesive, and every single episode, every moment of every episode definitely felt like it was pushing that plot forward, every single aspect of it. And at the end of every episode, I was absolutely hungry for more. I could not wait to the next episode. I don't feel that with this season. I don't feel that every moment or every episode is driving the plot forward because we're not quite sure what that plot is. We had this story of Eagly being the prime eagle, which was super cool, but that was like basically half an episode's worth of stuff spread out over several episodes. Well, maybe like 2 or 3 episodes. That was cool. Tim Meadows is absolutely hilarious. You've got like 2 or 3 things going on, but it doesn't quite feel like they're all connecting. Like, how is the Eagly Primeagle thing connecting to the quantum unfolding chamber issue and the other Earth X dimension in Langston Flurry? It just, all these things that don't feel like they're connecting and not exactly driving a plot forward. Hopefully that made some sense. Hopefully. Thank you. You do enjoy the season better? Well, that's great. I think that's wonderful. Personally, I like the first one better. I really do. I do enjoy, I have liked John Cena's growth as an actor. That last episode where he's literally reliving his childhood trauma right before his eyes. And he's like, stop. That was really good. But it feels like these moments are more scattered pearls rather than pearls on a string. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not connected one after another. They're just, there's one here, one there, one there. So there you have that. Sean Stackhouse, right? But DC was starting out in the hole, Danny, so the universe needed to be approached differently. The MCU was in a good place for Guardians. You're right. They brought in Guardians in phase 2 after they had started it off, and they're like, okay, we got to do something a little different. Let's take them into space. It's a good point, but people had already known who Peacemaker was because Peacemaker season 1 had already come out, and it did so well. And people really liked John Cena as Peacemaker. So he had that going for him. So they should just introduce Bruce Wayne in tomorrow's episode. Just do it. They need to do that. They should do that. They should bring in Booster Gold. Do it. Do it, James. Jalen says, yeah, I get it. I just personally been enjoying more of this season, character development wise, but plot wise, I can agree that season 1 is better. And that's where I'm at. I am really big on rewatchability. Because I'm home, during the day. I work from home. This is my job. So, and I'm extremely ADHD. I have to be doing like 3 things at a time to focus on what I'm doing. So I will watch things or play things. So I rewatch things a lot. And I just don't have that desire, that drive, that hunger to rewatch season 2 like I did season 1. I felt like season 1 is more quotable. The writing was tighter. The plot was more engaging and engrossing. I like the intro better. The music, I liked it better. I enjoy that better. I know that that's an opinion and it is subjective. I get that. That's just where I'm coming from. I've never written in the industry. I'm not a professional screenwriter by any means, but as someone who has written, who does write, that's the perspective I'm coming from. Someone who has I consider myself a professional watcher of things. That's my perspective. Loki, MCU fans, we're sick of the multiverse. Let's hope DCU is better. Jimmy G, whoops. It's a tie for me with the intros. Just sorry, but do you really want to taste it? It's just fun, jaunty. Love it. All right, I need a sip. Anywho, it's a massive drop-off for what Warner Brothers Discovery was reportedly positioning as the connective tissue between Gunn's Superman film and his new Gods and Monsters slate. See, this is the thing. He really needed Peacemaker season 2 to be huge. You had your first big, he keeps forgetting, he said Blue Beetle was the first he was like, it's the Flash. He's like, well, not really. That was still Walter Hamada's baby. But, Blue Beetle, he's the first DCU character. He's the first DCU movie. And then it's like, actually, Creature Commandos is the start of the DCU. And Superman is the first DCU movie, and Peacemaker is the first DCU live action film. So many firsts. So many firsts. But he needed this one to be big. They need the numbers. They're new. They don't have money. They need to be able to compete with Marvel. And Marvel is in a position where DC can compete with them. So they needed to really up that game. And I just don't feel like Peacemaker brought it enough. It's just not brought to that level where it needs to be. And especially since this is supposed to be the thing that connects that universe together. It's the linchpin, the spoke, or the cog, whatever axle that I don't know, things like that. Is it the axle that the spokes connect to the wheel and other engineering things? Game of Thrones. Anyway, it's supposed to be the thing that connects Superman to the other things. And people have stopped watching it after episode 4. They just kind of dropped off. So here we go. When a show tied directly to your cinematic reboot can't even appear in the same charts as the Great British Baking Show, something has gone wrong. Hollywood trades and entertainment blogs have been eager to describe Peacemaker as edgy, bold, and uncompromising. Gunn himself bragged to GQ that he had virtually no oversight from Warner Brothers, saying he could do whatever he wanted. Maybe that's the problem. Audiences didn't tune in for the political commentary and heavy-handed messaging. They wanted superheroes, not lectures. Instead, Gunn filled Peacemaker Season 2 with bizarre moral parallels linking Christianity to fascism. What? I must have missed that. I didn't quite catch that. That's a bit of a reach, I would have to say. There's some gymnastics involved there. Equating alternate Earth dictatorships with modern America. Now that I did have a problem with. When they were sitting there and Adebayo and Judo Master are talking, and she was saying this Nazi world isn't that different from ours. I was like, yeah, it is. The fact that you're able to say this in a TV show proves that it is. We don't have people in concentration camps. We don't have gas chambers. We're not unaliving people for looking different or born different. I am a disabled, technically mixed race woman standing here on camera giving my opinions in a Nazi controlled world. I would be not alive at all. There would be medical experiments being conducted on me. I would not have a platform to give my opinion on literally anything. Well, I have a lot of concerns about that, Jalen, because who's got you in a camp? Where are you seeing these camps? I need you to read that history book again, sweetheart, because none of that is going on. None of that. Absolutely none of that. We absolutely do have a freedom of speech. No one is coming to if you want to compare anyone to Earth X, you need to go to Great Britain. Great Britain, there are police officers showing up wanting to arrest children for liking posts on the internet. That is some thought police shit. That is some fascist behavior right there. We don't have that going on here. We don't have people in camps. We don't have gas chambers. Okay, we're not doing medical experiments on the disabled. We don't arrest people for saying, I don't agree with the common status quo. That's not happening. We're not being threatened with our lives. The First Amendment in this country says this is a right that's been given to you from birth that the government cannot take away from you, nor should you feel afraid that the government is going to persecute you for exercising it. Plain and simple. Have I experienced discrimination in my life? Being a legitimate minority, I make up less than 2% of the country. Okay? Yes, I have. Do I feel like I live in Nazi Germany? Fuck no, I do not. I love my country. I think we live in an amazing time and age. And we have, if we don't like the way something is, we can say something about it and we can do something about it. And that's what I love about it. I have been an Army wife twice over. I absolutely admire that we have more rights and freedoms in this country than anywhere else in the world. And if you don't believe me, open TikTok. Look at all the people bitching about this country. Look at all the people complaining about it. Look at the people putting nude statues of this country's president in parks. Okay? Are those people in prison? Are they in gas chambers? No. Try to do that in North Korea or Great Britain. I triple dog dare you and see what happens. Try to have done that in Nazi Germany to Adolf Hitler and see what happens. There's a huge difference. Honey, you are much safer here than anywhere else in the entire world. I promise you. I'm going to say something right now. I'm going to say it. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you people. I'm going to tell you something I've not told anyone. One of my children is trans. I'm not going to tell you which one. That is a personal journey for them. And you know what? They feel totally safe. We may not have the same views, politically speaking, on a lot of things, but they feel totally safe. I am a disabled woman who has a bone to pick with my country about medical stuff and insurance, but I would rather be here than anywhere else on planet Earth. Anywhere. And I honestly get very angry when people sit here and try to say that it's anything like Nazi Germany, because no, it is not. In fact, it is insulting to those who did suffer, die, and those who survived the atrocities that happened during World War II. How dare you? How dare you? What we suffer in our first world problems is absolutely nothing like what those people suffered under the boot of Nazi Germany. Read your history book, talk to an elder, but the things you suffer today do not compare to what the Jewish people suffered, people of color, disabled people, thank you, suffered during World War II. No, it's not the same. It is absolutely not the same. I want you to know you are loved, you are cared for, you are in a safe place, and you are in the greatest, safest place that the world has ever known throughout history. You are in the wealthiest country. I don't give a shit what anyone else tells you. Every home has a smart TV in it, at least a flat screen, air conditioning, or at least a fan in the window. If everyone in this country has somewhere to go for food, be it through a charitable organization, through the government. They have a place to go for shelter. We have the means to provide that for other people. We are a country that has no idea how good we have it. How about that? I'll put it that way. This country has no idea how good it has it. We have technology. I am walking around on a leg right now that my actual physician could not tell it wasn't a flesh and blood leg. I am streaming from a room that's eventually going to be my bathroom to the entire world. Think about that. That's crazy. And I'm disabled. I'm a quarter Mexican. I'm a loudmouth, opinionated woman, and no one is telling me to shut the fuck up. Well, okay, there's a few of you, but seriously, I'm not being threatened with prison. I'm not being told they're going to shut down my channel because women should know their place and get back to the kitchen and make a sandwich. None of that's happening. But if I lived in Great Britain, if I lived in Italy, if I lived in Germany, chances are that would most definitely be happening. If I lived in Europe, I could not safely walk down the street. Here, where I live, I can leave my doors unlocked and sleep soundly at night. So, I just want you to know, nothing in this country is Nazi Germany. And when you say that, you take away from what those people suffered. I just want you to keep that in mind. I love you all. Holy crap. Thank you, Loki, for the $5 super chat. USA. I love this country. I have goosebumps how much I love this country. Okay. I get choked up when I think about this. My ancestors, both the Irish and the Mexican, came to this country, risked their lives, a 70% chance of death, 70% chance that my ancestors would not survive the trip to immigrate to this country so that I could have the life that I do. I will never, ever, ever shit on that sacrifice and say how much I hate this place. That will never happen. Never. I thank them from the bottom of my heart. I will forever be grateful for the sacrifice they made, the horrible things they endured to bring me to the bastion of opportunity and freedom. Again, you want to know how free we are? Open TikTok. Look at all the people just sitting here just blah, 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 complaining about where they live. Because if that was happening in Great Britain, you wouldn't see it. They'd put them in jail. So thank you very much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate that. All right. I'm going to step down off the soapbox, catch up all this stuff. Jalen says, or Sean says, Jalen, we have a lot of morons in America, but we also have a lot of good people that will defend those who need protection too. Just avoid the assholes. That is correct. When you have freedom to say whatever you want, okay? Everyone has the right, the freedom to say whatever they want. Chances are you're going to hear things you don't agree with. Chances are you're going to hear things that are pretty shitty. But chances are you're going to say things that other people aren't going to agree with. All you have to do is learn how to disconnect from that and move away from it. I know it's hard. Trust me. I have been called some horrible things in my life. I got called Peggy the Pirate all through high school. Okay? It's hard to deal with, but it's the best advice. Jalen, fair enough. I don't agree with a lot of things this country does, but thanks for your point. And that's the thing. That's the great thing about this country is you don't have to agree with everything. And they want you not to agree with everything. Speak up. Go out there. Vote. Say something. Do something. Change it. That's what I love about it. Loki, hey, did you know there's no U.S. flag in the emotes? I will fix that today. I promise. Dom, I feel I must stand up and say Britain invented freedom, Magna Carta, and Bill of Rights. I remember my world history. Thank you. Hey, Latino son, I make my own tacos. I make my own tacos too, okay? I do. I don't buy taco seasoning packets. I make my own tacos. Oh, yeah. Poor Britain. U.S., 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 U.S. Latinos land, thank you. Thank you for the $1.99. I need to learn some stuff. Listen, we talked about this, Paulie. I'm a quarter Spanish, so I'm a quarter Mexican, so I only speak a quarter Spanish. Orale. I love you guys. Get yourself an education. Don't do drugs. That's right. Do Dune. Spice up your life. Shall we finish this article? Shall we? Okay, so the logic that Superman would feed Peacemaker simply didn't add up. Gunn's grand plan was that Superman would funnel audiences into his broader DC universe, starting with the continuation of Peacemaker. Instead, viewers didn't follow. This was supposed to be a warm-up act for the DCU's future. The audience just left the theater early. That is, metaphorically speaking. It's impossible to ignore how this collapse ties into Gunn's own words. When Peacemaker Season 2 started facing backlash online, Gunn didn't respond with humility or openness. He told GQ, I have a few racists that have called me polarizing, but I'm okay with being polarizing and letting racists fall to the wayside. That's just lazy. I'm sorry. It's just lazy. The single quote sums up Hollywood's ongoing fan-blaming playbook. Exactly. It's lazy. Dismiss critics as bigots, deflect accountability, and double down on arrogance. But the tactic doesn't work forever. Audiences have options. And when they feel insulted or misrepresented, they simply walk away. Warner Brothers Discovery has been betting big on James Gunn as both creative architect and brand savior. My God, no, take the phone away from him. He's a great creative, but holy crap, he cannot promote things with his mouth. He cannot. But after The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Aquaman 2, films that were in production before Gunn took the reins, the company needed a win. Superman was a modest theatrical win, and Peacemaker was supposed to be the TV rating smash the fledgling universe needed. Instead, they get silence. Not enough viewership, celebrations, no record-breaking headlines, no marketing victory lap, just the quiet thud of a once promising property disappearing. If Peacemaker can't hold attention and ratings now, what happens when the audiences are asked to invest another 10 years of Gunn's DC storytelling? For months, James Gunn has presented himself as a fearless, creative, unbound by oversight. But the truth is clear. Audiences are the only oversight that matters, and they've delivered their verdict with the click of a remote. That's some good writing. Good job, Park Place. That's some good writing. Sean Stackhouse, when did being called polarizing become racist? Lord, I do not know. I don't know. I don't understand. I didn't think the whole Earth X thing was supposed to be, look, he's pointing at us, until people started saying, look, he's pointing at us. Polarist. He's polarist. Don't be a bum. No. Listen. Everyone tell Jalen he is not a bum, and you do that right now. Because I'm still a DC fan. I still like Superman. I still like Blue Beetle. I still like Peacemaker Season 1 a whole lot. I like Peacemaker Season 2, but I don't love Peacemaker Season 2. You are not a bum. No one is a bum for loving something. Absolutely not. Take them words out your mouth, sir. Please. Please, please, please. It's always drama because look at where we're at these days. And I wish I could say, well, it'll change. Just wait till tomorrow. People will get over it. But if you look through the history of Hollywood, it's always been drama. Drama, drama, drama. Sean Stackhouse says the Arrowverse did a better job with Earth X. I don't know if I caught that because I was not a fan of the CW shows. See, you're good, Jalen. Like what you like. Don't apologize. You're fine, babe. You're fine. Hey, don't be not. Oh, there you go. There you go. Jalen, you're not a bum. You can like Gunn's work or a DC in general without being okay with what he's saying. Thank you, critics. Damn it. It's just hard on the tongue. Thank you for see. You like what you like. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right. Let's just on that one. Hopefully he's promising, and we know how Gunn is when he's talking, but he's promising that the season finale this Thursday will be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So hopefully it is. We'll find out, which, let's see, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5 p.m. Okay, so we should be good. Right after we're done watching Hercules, the Legendary Journeys on the members only watch party Thursday, we can go watch Peacemaker. So there you go. All right, guys, let's just dive into our last topic because we went way long. And there's really not much to say at all. But according to, or thanks to Natasha Lou Bordizzo, is it Bordizzo? I thought I had a better Instagram shot. Let me look it up. Ahsoka season 2 has wrapped filming. Now, I'm hearing a lot of stuff like we're actually going to get some crazy stuff happening. We're going to get my brain is just gone. Abeloth. We're going to get the mother. Some crazy stuff. I can't find the Instagram post now. Here we go. So, Natasha Lou Bordezzo. Hey! Welcome, Polly! I got to play him the music. Welcome to the Nerdling Army, sir. Welcome aboard. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Put me in charge of DC. I'll make it all better. Critics Media, I can't wait to see what Anna has done with Supergirl, but Gunn could stop talking about it because no, he needs to stop. Stop talking. He clearly has no idea what goes on in that book. He's just making people so worried about it. Give me something free. Okay, so you got some emojis. You get early access. You get, what was the other thing? We do watch parties every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. For the next 4 weeks, we're watching Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. And then we're going to watch Farscape, I think, after that. Guys, what else does he get? Tell him what he's won. My brain is going. I need to have more notes. There you go. Enjoy those emojis. Want to know what you think about Anna has said about it. I like it so much better. I like what she said about it way more than what Gunn has said. Because Gunn was like, how would she know? She was a baby. She was a baby. And then Anna Nogueira says, oh, well, she remembers. She remembers Krypton getting destroyed. So I love that eats at her and that it makes her rougher around the edges. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Just makes me so mad. He's won a great sandwich made by me. I'll send it in the mail, Polly. I'll send your sandwich in the mail. Anywho, I'm going to pop this up for you guys. So, Natasha Lou Bordezzo posted this on her Instagram. A shadow of she on the left and Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka on the right, saying that season 2 has wrapped filming. As for this journey, it only gets more epic, she says. Now, it feels like that this is really the only hope for Star Wars at this point. Nobody cares about the Mando and Grogu movie. If they did care, they've pretty much killed off whatever hype we could have for it. It looks just like the TV show. The plot sounds just like a TV show. So it begs that question, like, why are we even bothering with this? Why are we making this a huge movie if it's just basically a 2-hour TV show? Like, right? Like, why are we doing this? And it sounds goofy. Everything I am hearing from my private sources, like, it is goofy. It's goofy. It's trite. Just goofy. So from where I stand, it really feels like Ahsoka might be the way forward for Star Wars, at least with the Filoniverse. And you guys know how I feel about the lore and the magic and stuff. I need more of that. We have never really delved into the magic, the magic and the deep Jedi mysticism and lore. If we can do that in Ahsoka, I really think they're going to have a home run. If they can do that. Now, I do know that Filoni is super jelly. He's super annoyed that people love Andor so much. He was kind of getting used to that being the chosen one, you know? And then Andor came out and everyone's like, oh my God, Tony Gilroy. He's like, what about me? What about me? So I liked Ahsoka, but again, didn't love it. I was hoping for more. That's kind of how I feel about virtually everything these days. It's just this letdown, like, and then anticlimactic. Everything feels like it's just kind of anticlimactic, and it really, really sucks. Sean Stackhouse talking about Ana Nogueira and the Wonder Woman film. I hope Ana writes Diana with brute strength, flight, and moving at super speed. We haven't had that yet in live action. I completely agree. Absolutely. Dom, my trust in Dave Filoni is at an all-time low. And Sean says the Baloneyverse. Jalen, back to Wonder Woman. I mean, we kind of saw that with Wonder Woman, to be fair. I mean, kind of. She still played Diana as more as Diana the girl in love. I'd say, especially with Wonder Woman Dumpster Fire 84. But we didn't see her at her full like strength. And I would love that. And I didn't see her with the ability to fly, really, just be able to jump and kind of float. Fernando, I'm pumped for Omega. I cannot wait to see a live action Omega. I love Omega. That is not my best Kiwi accent. Sean Stackhouse, not. Did you know that was scratching at the surface? Yeah, that's true. That's, kind of what I was agreeing to. Star Wars feels dead to me. It feels like it's on its way out the door. It certainly does, if it's not already. Backyard TARDIS. I'm a big Ahsoka and Filoni fan, but Ahsoka season 1 was really bad. Dom Riley, I think Filoni sees himself as Lucas's true heir. He does. And he was pretty butthurt that people were kind of seeing Tony Gilroy that way. Sean Stackhouse back. Wonder Woman can throw hands with Superman. She sure can. And they had this whole conversation in a comic book. She Batman and Superman were talking about who's tougher, her or Superman. And Batman's like, Wonder Woman. And Superman's like, excuse the F out of me. And Batman's like, she's had 5,000 years of training. Mic drop. Facts. You can have all the strength in the world, but if you don't know how to use it right, there you have it. There you have it. Hello, Alex. Can I just call you Alex? Can I just call you Alex? Hello, welcome. I hope you subscribe. Please hit the like button. Good morning. He says they should take a DCU approach. It's clear Pattinson's Batman is too dark for Gunn's vision, but it's too good to cancel. So they have their own more family-friendly Batman in the DCU. Okay, Star Wars. Got it. Okay. Mando Grove. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wonder Woman is easily the better fighter. Will Superman has laser vision? Sure, but she can reflect those with her magic bracelets. She also has the magic lasso of truth, which Superman is vulnerable to magic. So, again, the winner is Wonder Woman. Backyard Artist hot take: Book of Boba Fett was better than Ahsoka. Ooh, burn. Well, Ahsoka had one episode that was really great. Book of Boba Fett had two. Dom, I definitely enjoyed Book of Boba Fett more than Ahsoka. Wow. Listen, I think I enjoyed Ahsoka more. And that's with my best friend working on Book of Boba Fett. Did I say Ahsoka? Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I'm taking my vote back. I don't have a dog in this fight. Alex says, just make Wonder Woman into a film. Absolute Wonder Woman into a film. Series is fantastic. I have been reading that. I need to get back into reading it. I really do love it. That's really cool. It really is. It's really, really, really cool. Highly recommend. That is, I think, the only modern comic I'm reading right now. Dude, Mando season 2. I'm going to show you something special. There went my Pez. This is the cast and crew hat from Mando season 2. This was a gift from the head of special effects and makeup and hair special effects. The head, he is my best friend. And this was his cast and crew hat, or one of his cast and crew hats for season 2. And it actually says on this side in Mandalorian season 2. With the end of Mandalorian season 2, I was like, this is the sequel we wanted. This is it. Season 1 was just so elite story, introducing fans, especially during COVID times for me, brought my family closer together to cherish those moments. We watched it as a family. We did. I'll watch it to review it. I have zero expectations because of how Legacy went down, you know, but I am not a fan of Jared Leto, and that is putting it gently. He's a cult leader. He is absolutely a cult leader. So I don't like giving him money. I was hoping to get a screener for it. I did not. So but that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Yeah. If you want to help support the channel, of course, the easiest and freest way possible is just by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Don't forget joining the channel as a member like Polly did from the Latino Slant. Thank you, Polly, again for joining. So you can join the channel and join us on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time as we have our members only watch parties for the next 4 weeks. We are watching Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and then we'll be watching Farscape. Don't forget, members also get early access to videos. You get members only polls and communiques and whatever, and you get all your emojis and stuff. And there's other things, but they're like escaping me right now. I'll figure it out and then remind you later. You also have the option of super chats too. So those are all great ways to help support the channel and help keep things going. If you would like to support the channel in other ways, there is a QR code right there. Boop, boop, there it is. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, and you can chip in as little or as much as you can. We also have Cash App and the original Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comics, and you get exclusive content like outtakes and behind the scenes. You get several different chat rooms, including the other thing that members get on the channel. You get priority when it comes to requesting breakdowns and videos and stuff. So if there's a character or a story or something you want me to cover on the channel, want me to do a video on, you go top of the heap. Okay? Top of the heap. So check that out. You also get exclusive merch at the Patreon. Merch you cannot get anywhere else. Yeah. And it comes corresponding directly to your specific tier, which we refer to as ranks because it is an army, which are 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. So go check out patreon.com/comicsand today and join the original official Nerdling Army. We also have a merch store, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs on hundreds of products designed by yours truly. That's right, right here. I'm also an influencer for Amazon. If you need some items from Amazon, check out my landing page at amazon.com. I've got several lists with reading and viewing recommendations. Knock yourselves out. Yeah, I'm an affiliate for several other companies, including Zenni Optical. See that QR code right there? Scan it. It's going to take you to my page at Zenni Optical, where I will save you 10% off your next pair of prescription, non-prescription, or sunglasses. I highly recommend the Zenni IQ lens with Zenni ID Guard. It's going to filter UVA, UVB, several different spectrums, whatever, from the sun's light spectrum, as well as blue light and infrared to protect your digital identity from unwanted AI scans. That's right. Protect your face from Skynet with Zenni Optical. So use that QR code. It takes you to my personalized link and it will save you 10% off. All of these links are in the description below and also on my website, comics-and.com, where you can find all of my reviews, updates, and news about me and the channel, as well as all of my looks, my portfolio, my gallery, every special effects and look I have done. Which reminds me, this Friday, Halloween look number 2. That's right. It's the second one. We've done one. We got 4 more to go. So every Friday in the month of October, I'm doing a different look for Halloween. I am a special effects artist, guys. I do like an excuse to play dress up. And this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to enjoy more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So go check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. How about them apples? Nah. DANI. Would that be a chibi in your background? It would be. And this right here, Tabitha drew that. That's me in one of my vampire cosplays that I did for Halloween a couple years ago. So yeah, that is also up on my website, I believe. So thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate that. Fernando, is it safe to say you hated Jared Leto as the Joker in Suicide Squad? That was not the Joker. I maintain that. That was not the Joker. But that's all I got for you guys today. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay nerdy, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, keep your eyes peeled because I heard.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!